I found these extremely rare, very famous go-karts online. I don't know if this is gonna be one of those scam things when I show up that, you know, no one's there, or if this is gonna be one of those things that I just get very lucky to get. But I found Dale Jr.'s personal go-kart collection for sale. It would be incredible if I could get these bad boys. We've been wanting to get some go-karts for the ranch to make some little tracks and have some fun with. So there is 7 go-karts for sale. The ad is asking $10,000 for these go-karts, which actually puts the go-karts at a really good buy, minus the fact that they're so famous. You know, that adds a whole different value. But let's go check them out. I'm gonna go grab my dad right now, and we're just gonna see if this is legit. I really hope that this is legit. We're kind of going through the forest here. Our map's leading us all the way through here. Jeez. Oh, this guy's got a full-on track.
Wow, that is awesome. What's up, wild man?
Man, just blessed to be here.
So these been sitting for a while?
Since last year, whatever Sean said. Last time we rode. They all ran, shoved and put them in the building. Ain't touched them since.
Man, the history behind these.
Is this gonna be an absolute blaster?
So I did a little history search before I got here, and the video I was watching, Dale was actually driving this one, and Stone Cold Steve Austin was driving that one. So there's been so many famous people drive these. This is going to be so much fun bringing back to the ranch. We obviously have a lot to do to them. They've been sitting here, he said, for about a year. You can see they're all rusted, and we got to go through them. Probably check out all the carbs, drain the fuel. But man, this is one, the history behind these karts, and 2, we needed karts anyway to do some races. This is amazing. This is like a barn find at its finest right here. We're gonna figure out how to load them onto the trailer. We brought our trailer. And then he has a few other barns that have a lot of parts. So Dale supplied them with like a bunch of tires. There's a few spare motors, a lot of just like little missed parts. But we're gonna load them on the trailer right now. This is unbelievable. This right here is just crazy. Again, I'm gonna say this is crazy history because these were Dale's karts. I mean, this is pretty exciting for me. Whoa! All right, Dale, if you're watching, man, I don't know if we could get enough people to reach out to you, but if you're watching, I'm gonna get these things back in tip-top shape, and I want you to come back to the ranch and run them with me. I mean, that would be pretty wild. Don't know if that could happen, but that would be pretty cool. Just the thought of all his buddies, and you know, they drove these all the time. If you guys have seen these anywhere and know of people that driven them, I mean, I would love to know like who drove them and the kind of more history behind it. But I know this is like, I've never done like a barn find. This is a full barn find right here. This is so crazy to me right now. We got 5 of them loaded. We're just working on the last 2 right now. Again, we're gonna take them right back to the ranch and pull all the bodies and show you guys what these things are. I don't even know what they are until like I have them fully, you know, taken apart, looking at them. But we obviously got some servicing to do. They've been sitting for quite some time. They're rusted. They probably have fuel that was stayed in them. So we gotta drain the tanks, pull all the carburetors, clean out the carbs. If you guys like mechanical style things and learning different things, you'll want to watch to the end because we're gonna go through and get these things prepped. We also got to change all the tires. All the tires battles, looking at some of them, and you can see cords on a lot of them, like that one right there. But what a great find. What a great find. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I mean, to find first 7 of the same go-karts, and second they all were Dale's. I mean, this is definitely a bucket list item right here, for sure. I guess this was Dale Jr.'s truck as well that they bought. And they used this to pack in all the track. So I'm assuming this is exactly how they got it. I'll have to go back and like kind of do some research. Oh yeah, look. 2 Junior.
This is actually a good idea. They put slicks on it, and he said they just tear up the track about 4 or 5 inches, water it, and then they get on and then they shape it with his truck going around it.
I mean, this is a lot of history right here. I think we landed ourselves a little gold mine, because if an auction or something would have found these carts, I bet they would have gone sky high as far as price. Wish we could be taking home the Blazer too. They said they're not going to give it up. But let's go track down all the other parts. The other thing they're giving us too, which is kind of cool, which I've actually seen in all the videos with these carts and with Dale, is they're giving us the actual flag stand that was on his track, and obviously all the parts of the cart. So we're gonna go up to the other barn right now and kind of see what all that looks like. But man, the history here, you guys, holy cow.
Cables, ripcords, power cables, throttle cables, brake cables. I mean, it's packed. It's packed in the bottom with cables, and all the ripcords are in there.
Oh, okay.
Spare seat, all the pull cords are in there. Spare brake cables, throttle cables, spare fuel cells. See, these are all the clutches and gears that you would have to change depending on how big you make the track and stuff. Spare brackets and clutch parts. There's bearings in here. There's a spare seat. There's hubs in here, big hubs and stuff. More filters, more hubs, just spare bolts, miscellaneous springs that you might want. Spare carburetor.
You got some wheels, tires,
New bearings, you know, all kinds of stuff. All this stuff came like this is all we got it. We got them running, and then we put all the parts in. And it's just all miscellaneous bearings, bushings, and stuff that.
Awesome.
Replacement stuff, preventive maintenance stuff, right? And
so there's 4.
Holy crap! So there's mufflers. This muffler system alone is fucking $250.
4 spare motors, and then a lot of tires up there.
Lots and lots of tires. I guarantee it.
There's 4 spare motors.
Right here, boom, boom, with this baffle.
And again, we paid 10 grand for all this, which is obviously a lot of money, but it puts the carts at a really good buy, which these carts originally sold for about $5,000 each before they were Dale's. So you got all these spare motors. 1, 2, 3. My dad's grabbing another one. 4. I mean, that's a lot of money just in motors. This part of history is awesome. If you go look back in any of Dale's videos of them running these carts, this is the exact flagpole that they used. Whether that rotor was off a cup car or whatever, I don't know. But it's pretty cool that we're now going to be able to put, you know, his flag on our track.
They're $200 a set. $200 a set.
How many tires do you think are up there?
I don't know, but you got about 20 cents, so do the math.
So here, holy cow! With these motors and all the spares right here, I mean, this is $5 grand alone at least right here. At least these are $200 per set of tires with wheels, and there's a bunch of wheels in here too. 4 motors, a bunch of spare stuff for the cars. Jesus, unbelievable.
So whose book is this?
That came with everything. And then when we opened it, that's how we got it, just like this. You know.
Oh, I see. And then
You know what I mean? I don't know. So there's some documentation, right? Which is kind of cool. Where'd it come from? Who had it? But I think it's kind of cool, you know? I mean, pedal extensions, how they work, probably some setup information, how to mount seats, and we got an extra seat. You know, it's kind of cool, man. I mean, it's kind of cool.
It's the history that is why I'm so excited too about them. It's not like
the more you dig into Junior's websites and stuff, I think the more you'll see about the videos and stuff.
So this is from 04.
That's it.
so this is the prices back then. This is how much it all costed.
Oh, fun. Well, that's pretty cool. Tells us a little bit, fuel.
So it's kind of cool being able to get a book on and explain everything about it. You know, these are from, it looks like from '04 when Dale got them. But it has all the tire sizes, part numbers, assembly, prices, you know, per part on the whole thing. This is just something, you know, being, you know, them being as hardcore racers and with a huge team like they are, I mean, they obviously had everything documented. So we get, it's not every day you get a book with whatever you're buying.
Hey, they were probably pretty excited to make those for Dale.
I know. Well, we're all loaded up. We got all the parts. There's a lot of parts right here, you guys, like a lot. So let's get it back to the ranch and let's start having some fun. We're back at the ranch. We're just getting all these puppies unloaded. Man, the guys we got them off, super nice. I know they knew that these were Dale's, but like I don't know if like, I mean, they're into racing. I don't know if they like really cared, because this is like something that you just don't come across ever, especially on Marketplace. That's where we found these, and you just don't see history like that on Marketplace. And usually when you do, it's like a fake scam. So we're gonna go through, unload all these. My dad's gonna air up the tires so we can move them around. But we're gonna pull off the bodies, pressure wash them, just go through them and get them running. So we'll get all these unloaded off the trailer. But yeah, I can't wait.
This one's already ready. BFG, come on!
So this will be the first one that we start messing with. What do you think, Dad? We'll pull off the body, kind of start understanding them a little bit.
Yeah, get rid of some of the Rust-Oleum.
Yeah, we obviously got to clean them up a little bit. By the way, if you know like any stories about these or could research anything and help us, put it in the comments. I'd love to know, you know, just more about these history. Maybe anyone that's driven them that you've seen. They do have hour meters. One of them stated 77 hours, so that's a lot of time on a go-kart. So I know there's just been a lot of people actually drive these. But we're gonna go through, and it's time to make these things how they used to be when Dale had them. Oh, that's light.
Very light.
I mean, it's basically just a normal go-kart under the body.
Yeah, let's just you drain the tank, and then I'm gonna drain the bowl.
So we'll pull off this. This is the fuel tank. I mean, this is a lot nicer than your average.
Oh gosh.
What?
Look at all the junk in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a lot of junk, huh? Oh no.
What?
Oh gosh, look at how much junk's in the carburetor. That could be,
Oh no.
that's bad for the old piston.
So there's not supposed to be dirt through there. That means these filters might not have done their job, or they were never changed for a long time.
Well, or sucking air around the base. See, there's no seal. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
That's dust straight into the motor. Oh,
Jeez.
oh my gosh.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Hey, if it runs and it runs solid, that's all that matters. But that definitely does not help. Oh gosh.
I'd say that's oh yeah, look at that.
These things, they had to have sat for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, but when you're in a dirt surrounding,
Oh my gosh.
you know, you got dirt flying everywhere, that's what happens right there.
Look at that, you guys.
Yeah.
That looks like
We're gonna definitely change that fuel filter.
I just put a little bit of fuel in here, probably like quarter way, and I'm just shaking it, getting all the stuff out. But what I do like about this fuel cell is there is baffling. It's really hard to tell. I don't think I could show you guys with the camera, but basically it allows the fuel, like if this thing's rocking back and forth, same thing we would put in race cars. There's baffles with little holes. That way the fuel goes and it kind of stops and it settles it down, so you're not getting a lot of weight deflection either way.
Yeah, it's missing a washer.
So there's no O-ring right there.
That's what it was doing. It was sucking a little dirt from here.
So all of them might not be like that.
No, I would bet. No wonder the filter's clean.
Oh,
The filter looks great.
let's see if we can get this bad boy all fired up. I think it'll run perfect, but again, dust in the carburetor's never good. So also what's kind of cool that came with these is the starter right here that hit the button. So instead of having like a pull start, that'll start. Oh, we got fuel. Oh, dang. Fire right up, boys. Kind of breaking in the brake pad. So what I just did there is this brake rotor is like super rusted, and so I kind of just held the brake while he was doing the gas to kind of break that rust off. We're gonna have to, it's gonna take many times driving this to actually get it clean. But let's put this on the ground and let's actually like drive this thing for the first time. So far, this is the best news we could have had. Like best news. It's like, what famous person drove this exact one?
Damn, I hope the brakes work.
It goes pretty fast, the brakes. There's like almost no brakes. I'm pushing this sucker to the floor, I think.
Oh, we just need to adjust them.
Try it out. Whoa! This is what this is about right here. We're gonna have so much fun with these. Basically what we got is we got to do that to 7 more of these, and then we got to go through, clean them up, pressure wash all the bodies, pressure wash those, paint them all up, like get all this rust off. You need help?
Yeah, my ass is stuck.
It's more entertaining to watch you.
Just shut the
Am
thing.
I gonna help you in a race?
You might have to. It's either that or I'm gonna have to flip it. It's got me locked in. Just quit filming. Okay. Oh, there we go. Nice.
Oh, these are actually painted, Dad. Can't wait, man. This is what we needed here. You know? So we do want to leave the original themes 100%, but we are going to personalize each cart individually because we got to make them ours, but also not take away from what Dale used to have them as. So, Dad, what's our first one here?
The first one is the HP Tuners. First cart. And we know HP Tuners is always first in fast speed. So right here, I'm marking this baby. Oh, yeah.
This is the first cart all done. But I do want to touch with you guys. The first race is coming up. My dad and I already named it. I'll let him tell you the info. But on all of our races, whoever we have, whatever guest driver we come have fun with us, there's always going to be a fun prize. So, Dad, why don't you tell everyone what is the name of the race?
Well, the first name of the race is the Cow Patty 700.
And why are we calling it the Cow Patty 700? First of all, I mean, we don't know how many laps yet, or what, 50?
I would say we're going to do 50 laps. And what we're going to do is the first prize winner obviously is going to get a ribeye dinner, probably from one of the cows. The last place guy, now unless something happens, the motor blows up, something happens, but if you're still running and the cart's okay, then each driver gets to hit the loser with a cow patty.
So we'll put glasses on. We'll put glasses on the loser, and they have to literally stand there at the end of the concrete. And every driver, we have 7 cars, so every single driver gets to throw a cow patty.
And they have to have their hand, and the guy that loses has to have his hands in his pocket.
So if anyone's interested in getting a ribeye or getting a cow patty,
7 smashed.
yeah, 7 cow patties smashed, let me know if you want to race. These are gonna be a great addition to the ranch. I think we're gonna probably at least have 1 episode a week. So stay tuned. Cow Patty 700 is coming up very soon. I'm gonna feel bad for the loser. And what the other thing is I'll be racing, more than likely my dad as well, if he's not scared enough. But one of us could be in contention for getting cow patties thrown at us. But I have a feeling if my dad's racing, he'll probably be the one that's accepting the cow patties.
I'll be one eating the ribeye.